5 men were ordained permanent deacons for the Diocese of Springfield. Following 4 years of discernment and education, these men will now serve the faithful of the diocese as ordained members of the clergy. Terry Hegarty was at the ceremony this morning and has our story.
As part of an 11 a.m. Mass held at St. Michael's Cathedral Saturday, 5 men were ordained permanent deacons for the Diocese of Springfield. Bishop McDonald presided over the rite of diaconate ordination. Deacon David Culleton of Greenfield, Deacon Keith Davies of Ware, Deacon George Galley Jr. of Williamstown, Deacon Dan Romanello of West Stockbridge, and Deacon Spencer Trova of Pittsfield became the newest permanent deacons in the diocese. More than 200 attended the hour-and-a-half-long Mass. Included in the crowd were family members, friends, and fellow clergy. The ceremony begins with the calling of the candidates. Then the men are formally presented to the bishop as ready for ordination.
Most Reverend Father, Holy Mother Church asks you to ordain these men, our brothers, to the responsibility of the diaconate.
Following the bishop's homily, the rite of ordination takes place.
Do you promise respect and obedience to me and to my successors?
I do.
May God who has begun the good work in you bring it to fulfillment.
The rite includes the examination of the candidates, the litany of saints,
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us. Saint Michael, pray for us.
And the laying on of hands, the most solemn part of the rite. Deacon Spencer Trova, who nearly missed out on being ordained because of health concerns earlier this year, says the ordination was especially joyous.
It's a wonderful feeling and quite an emotional day, as you can imagine. It's been a long haul.
This morning, the energy, the electricity, I'm humbled by it. I'm not sure, I don't know how to react to it. I'm just so humbled. That's the only word I can think of right now.
The ordination is a joyful ceremony filled with rich symbolism, history, and reverence. Deacon Leo Coughlin says that his own ordination 12 years ago was very moving.
It's a feeling that I can't put into words. It was amazing. The most powerful part of the ceremony to me was the litany of the saints, and I just got overwhelmed by it. And each deacon-to-be will have a different part of the ceremony that will make an impact on him.
That ceremony also involves the investiture with stole and dalmatic and the presentation of the Book of the Gospels.
Receive the gospel of Christ, whose herald you have become. Believe what you read, teach what you believe, and practice what you teach.
Several diocesan priests and deacons were there to support this new group of ordained ministers. Springfield Bishop Emeritus Joseph McGuire was also in attendance. Here in the cathedral today, the deacons and the bishop were not the only ones celebrating the ordination. Friends and family members, many of whom supported these men all along their journey to this day, were happy to be here as well. Diaconate formation is a rigorous 4-year program consisting of discernment and college-level coursework.
It was sometimes daunting, but it does call you to really look inside yourself and say, is this what the Lord is calling me to do? And I can say that there was never any doubt in my mind that this was where God wanted me to be.
Deacon David says he looks forward to spreading some of the knowledge that he gained through completing the coursework.
I'm very interested in the opportunity to share what we've been given, and myself and all of my classmates have really got to know Scripture and gotten to understand how to absorb it and work with it and give it to others.
Deacon Leo says that deacons not only assist in parishes, but also serve in a variety of ministries.
We all have different callings. Some are into the jail ministry, some are into hospitals, some are helping the food pantries, some are doing take and eat programs, and so each and every one of them is a challenge. And finding the time to do all that, plus the liturgical work. It's challenging, but it's so much rewarding as well.
I'm not sure that anyone can teach that balancing act, but the major goal has to be a trust and faith that God will give you the prudence to keep everything appropriately balanced.
For some, the calling to the clergy came long before starting formation.
I think even many years ago I mused with the priesthood or the family, and the call for the family was I think, more clear. So, and then obviously I have no regrets with that because we've been blessed with a wonderful wife and family. So I think that was always the other thing in the background is how else can I serve the church?
Parish assignments for each of the new deacons will be determined later next week. With these new additions, there will be 77 active deacons serving in the diocese. There are currently 8 men in the next class of deacons, scheduled to be ordained in 2015. Reporting for Reel to Reel, this is Terry Hegarty.